Hi, I just want to understand why should we discuss this topic, personal finance? What does it mean? We're all earning decent livelihood. Why do we need to care about this? A simple but interesting question. We all know that we are going to work for some time. We'll earn money for some time. But we are going to consume the money till the end of our life. That gap between the period when you will stop earning or stop having a regular income, but you need to live, how do you manage that? This personal finance is something which helps at that point of time. Our longevities are increasing. We can see our parents easily going around 85, 90. But most of the jobs are over by 60s. Some of you are professionals. You have rental income, you have dividend income. You lost little longer. Sometimes your health permits, you can work for long duration. But more or less, you will realize that there's going to be a long period when you're not likely to earn. And you need to manage it. The personal finance helps in managing such situations. Let's go through systematically. We'll come to the retirement a little later. Let's look at it today. What are the various sources of income that we have? One is very obvious, salary. The other is, as I said, the professional fees. Some of you may be investing in stocks. They give dividends. There's a capital appreciation. A few of us may have rental income out of another property, inheritance, capital gains. Now, these are all very finite incomes. So, let's take an example. You want to buy a big thing. You want to buy a car. You want to buy a house. You want to buy something, which is significant of value. What would you do? Again, a no-brainer. Any school child will say, let's borrow money. Banks give you money. They promote a lot of offerings, very low rate of interest. Let's take it. Now, there are two schools of thought for the borrowing. And I want to, mention both here. One is reckless borrowing. For anything you want to buy, you go on a website, you go to a shop, and he says, okay, 0% interest, 6 EMIs, equal EMIs, and this and that, and you can buy a very expensive phone and come out very happily. Keep paying it over installments. And there's another category of person who says, I will not borrow at all. I will save and then only I will buy. I just want to tell you here, if you are a student of finance, you are a student of economics, you would stay away from both. You will follow a middle path. What is that middle path? What is it possible whether to borrow or not to borrow? No, that's not the question. What are you borrowing for? Are you borrowing for something that will enhance your ability to earn more? That will enhance your ability to be a little more safe? Let's take, for instance, you are paying rentals right now and you have made up your mind, I'm going to stay in this city. This job is comfortable for me, or my parents are migrated and everything. We are going to be here. Now, at that point of time, to stay on rentals may not be very wise. It is better to buy a house and borrow money for that. Now, what happens is that initially the rent is definitely low and EMI will be higher. So, you would be tempted to say, what is this? This is a poor calculation. No, stay here for a minute with me. Rental will increase over a period of time, but EMI will remain stable. So, you have a security plus safety, and you know that my money I have to pay EMI. Your other expenses are sorted. Similarly, you want to buy a laptop. Now, laptop will enhance your ability. Laptop will help you earn more money, maybe increase in your children's education. Again, a buy which is sensible. But to borrow money for going abroad, borrow money for a nice fancy gadget, an expensive sofa, those consumer goods are avoidable. Borrow carefully when you are convinced that this will enhance your ability to grow, to save. Let me come to the saving little later. Then you borrow. I take a pause here and leave you pondering over the thoughts. Let me know if you have any comments on this, any thoughts on this. And then we, in the next episode, I will talk about something else.